Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 is an action-packed third-person shooter set in the grimdark universe of Warhammer 40k. Players step into the heavy boots of a Space Marine, one of humanity's most elite soldiers, as they battle to protect the Imperium from overwhelming forces of chaos, Xenos, and heretics. Set against the backdrop of the war-torn future, the game continues the story of the original Space Marine game, with players taking on the role of Captain Titus of the Ultramarines chapter. The gameplay focuses on brutal, fast-paced combat, blending ranged shooting with visceral, close-quarters melee action. Players will wield a variety of iconic weapons from the Warhammer 40k universe, including the powerful bolter and chainsword, engaging in combat against a wide array of foes like orcs, tyranids, and chaos space marines.
If we die with vengeance on our lips!
Black Myth. Wukong is an action RPG inspired by the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West, combining mythological elements with fast-paced, fluid combat and exploration. Players assume the role of the legendary Monkey King, Wukong, as he embarks on an epic adventure through a visually stunning world inspired by Chinese folklore and filled with fantastical creatures, ancient gods, and treacherous landscapes. Set in a rich open-world environment, the game features both story-driven quests and exploration, with Wukong's journey revolving around his quest for immortality and self-discovery. The narrative delves deep into themes of transformation, power, and the conflict between good and evil, with the protagonist experiencing various trials and battles that test his resolve. One of the game's standout features is its dynamic combat system, which combines fluid martial arts with magical abilities. Dragon's Dogma 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to the action RPG Dragon's Dogma, developed by Capcom, set in a vast open world. This game continues the franchise's focus on dynamic combat, deep role-playing elements, and an engaging narrative that evolves based on player decisions. The game features a mix of traditional fantasy storytelling with intense action, bringing both new and returning fans into a rich, immersive universe. The story of Dragon's Dogma 2 takes place in the expansive world of Caelondia, where players take on the role of the Arisen, a chosen individual tasked with battling the forces of darkness. The game's plot revolves around the return of a great dragon, which threatens the balance of the world. Along the way, players will encounter diverse factions, mythical creatures, and secrets that will shape the fate of the land.
Show me the path thou wouldst walk.
Call of Duty. Black Ops 6 is the new installment in the popular Black Ops series, continuing the franchise's legacy of fast-paced, high-stakes combat with a focus on thrilling, cinematic storytelling and cutting-edge multiplayer modes. Developed by Treyarch, this game takes players into a new era of warfare, with a fresh narrative, updated gameplay mechanics, and a revitalized multiplayer experience. The single-player campaign of Black Ops 6 brings players into a near-future world where global superpowers are locked in a covert, high-tech arms race. The story follows an elite group of soldiers known as the Black Ops, who are tasked with stopping a new, shadowy enemy organization that threatens world stability. With the return of fan-favorite characters and the introduction of new ones, players will navigate a series of intense, action-packed missions across diverse global locations, from war-torn cities to secret military bases, all while uncovering dark secrets about the new threat.
Time we had a chat!
Banishers. Ghosts of New Eden is a dark fantasy action RPG set in a haunting world where the boundary between the living and the dead is thin. Developed by Don't Nod Entertainment, the game invites players to explore the mysterious and decaying landscapes of New Eden, a land plagued by restless spirits and ancient horrors. As a member of the Banishers, a group of ghost hunters, you are tasked with ridding the world of vengeful spirits that terrorize the living. Players take on the role of Antea Duarte, Vigilante, a skilled ghost hunter who wields both mystical powers and a range of combat abilities. Alongside her partner, Red, a former soldier, the duo embarks on a journey to uncover the origins of the supernatural plague ravaging New Eden. As a Banishers, they specialize in tracking down and banishing spirits that have crossed into the mortal realm, but their task becomes more complicated as they face increasingly powerful and malevolent entities.
I'm a Banisher.
Or do we part forever?
We must decide now.
Where is my... I love you, Red McCraith.
Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons remake is an emotional and beautifully reimagined version of the critically acclaimed action-adventure game developed by Starbreeze Studios. This remake brings updated visuals, improved mechanics, and enhanced sound design to the original story, offering both new and returning players a chance to experience the heartfelt journey of two brothers in a magical and dangerous world. The game follows the journey of two brothers, Naya and Neo, as they set off on a quest to find a cure for their sick father. Set in a fantastical world, the brothers must overcome various obstacles and solve puzzles together to navigate through stunning landscapes, from lush forests to treacherous mountains. The brothers' bond is at the core of the game, with their emotional connection driving the narrative and the gameplay itself. Nightingale is a multiplayer survival crafting game set in a visually stunning and mysterious Victorian fantasy world. Developed by Inflection Games, Nightingale blends exploration, survival, and crafting mechanics with rich storytelling and cooperative gameplay. Set in a vast multiverse of interconnected realms, the game challenges players to explore, survive, and thrive in a world filled with both wondrous beauty and terrifying danger. The game is set in a world where the boundary between dimensions has been shattered, opening portals to various realms known as Fey Realms. As players take on the role of a realm walker, they must journey through these diverse and dangerous realms, each with its own unique environment, inhabitants, and challenges. The goal is to craft, gather resources, and survive while uncovering the mysteries of this fragmented multiverse.
Fly. Let my words steer your steps.
Outcast 2, A New Beginning is an open-world action-adventure game and the sequel to the critically acclaimed Outcast 1999. Developed by Appeal Studios, this game takes players back to the vibrant and dangerous alien planet of Adelpha, where they must once again step into the shoes of Cutter Slade, the brave protagonist. This time Cutter returns to rescue the planet and its inhabitants from a new threat, all while uncovering more about the ancient mysteries of Adelpha. The story begins years after the events of the first game, where Cutter Slade is brought back to Adelpha by the Talon, the planet's native race. A new, more formidable enemy has arisen, threatening to destroy Adelpha's delicate balance of life. The peaceful world Cutter once saved is now on the brink of destruction. As he explores this vast open world environment, Cutter will need to rally the Talon and other factions, combat powerful enemies, and use his skills to unravel the secrets that could lead to the planet's salvation or its ultimate doom. Senua's Saga. Hellblade 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to the critically acclaimed Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, developed by Ninja Theory. This action-adventure game follows the journey of Senua, a Celtic warrior battling her inner demons in a world plagued by Norse mythology, psychosis, and dark forces. Set in the brutal and haunting landscapes of ancient Scandinavia, the game combines deep psychological storytelling with intense combat and exploration. The story of Hellblade 2 picks up where its predecessor left off, continuing Senua's struggle struggle against her personal demons and the external forces threatening her world. In the first game, Senua faced the torment of her own mind while embarking on a journey to rescue the soul of her dead lover from the land of the dead. In Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, Senua's journey is far from over.
What will I become?
XDefiant is a fast-paced, free-to-play multiplayer first-person shooter, FPS, developed by Ubisoft. Set in a vibrant and chaotic world, the game combines tactical gameplay with intense action, offering players a unique blend of traditional FPS mechanics and strategic team-based dynamics. Featuring multiple factions, each with their own distinct abilities and playstyles, XDefiant presents a dynamic experience where teamwork and combat precision are essential for success. In XDefiant, players choose from a variety of factions, such as the Echelon from Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, the Cleaners from Tom Clancy's The Division, and the Outcasts from Far Cry 6, among others. Each faction has its own specialized set of abilities, weapons, and play styles, offering diverse tactical approaches for players to explore. Star Wars Outlaws is an open-world action-adventure game set in the iconic Star Wars universe, developed by Ubisoft. The game takes place during the period between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, offering players a fresh perspective on the Star Wars galaxy as they take on the role of a rogue outlaw named Kay Vess. Kay is a skilled thief and smuggler navigating the dangerous underworld of the galaxy, evading the law, bounty hunters, and criminals, all while trying to make her own mark on the galaxy. In Star Wars Outlaws, players explore a vast immersive open world that includes iconic locations from the Star Wars universe, such as the lawless, sprawling metropolis of Tatooine and other exotic planets. The game allows players to engage in both ground and space combat, with a strong emphasis on exploration, narrative-driven missions, and dynamic interactions with NPCs.
I'm in.
Test Drive Unlimited. Solar Crown is an open-world racing game and the latest entry in the Test Drive Unlimited series developed by KT Racing. Set on a vast, meticulously recreated version of Hong Kong Island, the game offers players the chance to explore an expansive, dynamic environment while competing in high-speed races and building their own automotive empire. The game is designed around the concept of freedom and lifestyle, where players can not only race but also immerse themselves in a variety of activities that showcase luxury car culture. The island is divided into different districts, each featuring unique landscapes, challenges, and racing events. From the bustling urban streets of the city to the more serene coastal roads and mountainous terrains, the diverse environments provide a playground for players to enjoy both solo and multiplayer experiences. Until Dawn Remake is a horror-adventure game that brings the eerie and suspense-filled world of the original Until Dawn to modern platforms with updated graphics, enhanced gameplay mechanics, and immersive new features. Developed by Supermassive Games, this remake offers an atmospheric, narrative-driven experience where players control 8 young adults who have gathered for a weekend getaway in a remote mountain lodge, only to find themselves being hunted by a mysterious force. The story unfolds unfolds as the group is drawn back to the site of a tragic event that occurred 1 year earlier. As night falls, dark secrets emerge, and the group must work together to survive increasingly terrifying situations. The decisions you make throughout the game will impact the fate of each character, as the story branches depending on your choices. From life or death moments to emotional conflicts, every action has consequences, leading to multiple possible endings.
As much as you pretend to.
I don't know! Thank you!
Stop it! If we can't get along for 10 minutes, then maybe we need a little bit of a break, right?
Silent Hill 2 Remake is a reimagined version of the classic psychological horror game, originally released in 2001. Developed by Bloober Team and published by Konami, this remake brings the haunting tale of James Sunderland to modern platforms with enhanced visuals, improved gameplay mechanics, and a deeper, more immersive experience. Set in the eerie, fog-filled town of Silent Hill, the game follows James as he searches for his wife, Mary, who sent him a letter from beyond the grave, asking him to meet her in the place they once visited together. As James delves deeper into the town's sinister secrets, he encounters strange, grotesque creatures and unsettling environments, all while unraveling a psychological narrative that blurs the line between reality and illusion. The game's atmosphere is drenched in tension, with a palpable sense of dread lurking in every corner.
I'm not like you.
Are you afraid?
Run! I just want to get my Mary back.
Your Mary. Your own little Mary.
It doesn't matter if you're smart, dumb, ugly, pretty. It's all the same once you're dead. And a corpse can't laugh!
Frostpunk 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to the critically acclaimed survival city builder Frostpunk, developed by 11-bit studios. Set in a harsh, frozen world where humanity's survival hinges on the ability to adapt to an unforgiving environment, Frostpunk 2 builds on the original's core concepts, while introducing new challenges, mechanics, and an evolving narrative. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where global temperatures have plummeted to deadly levels, plunging the planet into an ice age. As the leader of a human settlement, you must manage the last remnants of civilization, making tough decisions to ensure the survival of your people. In Frostpunk 2, the freezing world is even colder and the stakes are higher as you confront not only the elements but also the moral complexities of leadership. The central mechanics of city building, resource management, and survival remain intact.
Secure and stable growth.
City for the citizens!
Steward, hear your people!
We want a say in how we run the city.
The time of tyranny has ended!
Our delegates will make sure of that.
Let them vote!
Yes, vote.
Steward!
Do you hear us? Steward! What about us?
What?
Impossible.
Steward? Did you hear that? The city was not...
Unknown 9. Awakening is a narrative-driven action-adventure game that combines mystery, supernatural elements, and psychological exploration. Developed by Reflector Entertainment, it introduces players to a unique world filled with dark secrets, paranormal abilities, and an immersive story set in a complex, multi-layered universe. The game follows the story of Haruna, a young girl with extraordinary powers, as she navigates a world steeped in supernatural mysteries. Living in the shadows of a sprawling, chaotic city, Haruna is part of a secretive group called the Nine, who possess abilities beyond human comprehension. These abilities are linked to a hidden alternate reality, the unknown, where the laws of time and space are distorted. Haruna's journey is one of awakening, as she discovers her powers and learns to control them while unraveling the truth behind her origins and the world around her. Dragon Age. The Veilguard is an upcoming action role-playing game set in the expansive and dark world of Thedas, where players will step into the shoes of a powerful new hero caught in the ongoing conflict between mages, Templars, and the forces of the ancient and enigmatic Veil. Developed by BioWare, the Veilguard introduces an original storyline that expands on the lore of the Dragon Age series, delving into the mysteries of the Veil, the boundary between the physical world and the realm of spirits and demons. The game follows a new protagonist known as the Veilguard, a hero who possesses a rare and dangerous connection to the Veil itself. The Veilguard's abilities allow them to perceive, manipulate, even control the forces of the Veil, making them a unique and formidable character. This power, however, comes at a price, as the protagonist struggles with the corruption and influence of the Veil, facing moral dilemmas and the threat of losing their humanity.
Be easy. But you are this world's only hope. I believe in all of us.
Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl is the highly anticipated sequel to the acclaimed survival horror series set in the post-apocalyptic world of the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Developed by GSC Game World, this open-world first-person shooter builds on the series' hallmark mix of atmospheric horror, immersive exploration, and intense combat, all set against the backdrop of a world forever altered by the Chernobyl disaster. In Stalker 2, players step into the boots of a new protagonist, a stalker who ventures into the heart of the Chernobyl zone, an area full of dangers, mysteries, and supernatural phenomena. The game offers a vast open world with diverse environments, from eerie abandoned villages to the ruins of Chernobyl's nuclear power plant, all meticulously recreated to evoke a sense of desolation and tension. The story of Stalker 2 revolves around the aftermath of the second Chernobyl disaster, where an anomalous force has begun to warp reality itself, causing strange and dangerous phenomena to emerge.
Houses on the mainland will continue to burn and collapse!
If you fight a soldier, you're only fighting yourself.
Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered is an enhanced version of the critically acclaimed open-world action RPG developed by Guerrilla Games. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, the game features a unique blend of exploration, combat, and storytelling, where players take on the role of Aloy, a young hunter in a world overrun by robotic creatures. This remastered edition brings updated graphics, improved performance, and additional content, allowing players to experience the story in even greater detail. In Horizon Zero Dawn, the story takes place in a distant future where humanity has collapsed and massive animal-like machines dominate the planet. As Aloy, a skilled hunter and archer, players set out to uncover the mysteries of her past and the fate of the old world. Aloy's journey takes her across lush, dangerous landscapes, from dense forests and towering mountains to ruined cities and technological marvels, all filled with robotic creatures that can be hunted, fought, or avoided.
You are a wonder!
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
LEGO Horizon Adventures is an exciting action-adventure game that combines the immersive open-world exploration of Horizon Zero Dawn with the creative charm and playful mechanics of the LEGO universe. Set in a vibrant world where machines roam and nature thrives, the game allows players to explore, build, and solve puzzles while taking on the role of iconic characters from the Horizon series, all reimagined in LEGO form. In LEGO Horizon Adventures, players will step into the shoes of a customizable LEGO hero, embarking on a journey to explore lush, expansive landscapes, from dense forests and snowy peaks to ancient ruins and futuristic cities. The world is filled with robotic creatures, which players can battle, build, and interact with using an array of LEGO tools and vehicles. As they progress through the game, players will unlock new abilities, LEGO builds, and characters, all while experiencing a mix of both combat and puzzle-solving gameplay.
Let's get a snack!
Oh, you want mustard on that? Ah, is that the button?
I'm good.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is an action-adventure game that follows the iconic archaeologist Indiana Jones on a thrilling globe-trotting adventure to uncover the secrets of an ancient artifact known as the Great Circle. Set in the 1930s, players will traverse exotic locations, solve intricate puzzles, and face deadly adversaries in their quest to uncover the truth behind the mysterious artifact. In this game, Indiana Jones is thrust into a race against time as rival treasure hunters and shadowy organizations seek to harness the power of the Great Circle for their own nefarious purposes. The artifact, believed to have the power to unlock a lost civilization's secrets, is said to hold the key to unimaginable power. Indy must travel across jungles, deserts, ancient temples, and forgotten ruins, encountering traps, enemies, and mysterious cults that guard the secrets of the artifact.
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Slitterhead is a survival horror game that combines grotesque creatures, psychological tension, and visceral action in a terrifying narrative. Set in a world where reality and nightmare collide, the game follows a protagonist trapped in an urban nightmare filled with horrifying monsters and grotesque beings. As players explore dark and twisted environments, they will uncover the horrific truth behind a series of disturbing events that have ravaged the city. The game features a unique combat system, where players fight off mutated enemies with a mix of fluid hand-to-hand combat and makeshift weaponry. The creatures, referred to as Slitterheads, are disturbingly unnatural, capable of gruesome transformations and unexpected attacks. These creatures are not just mindless enemies, they are part of a greater, darker mystery that players must unravel to survive. Zenless Zone Zero is an action-packed urban fantasy game set in a futuristic, post-apocalyptic world. Players are thrust into the heart of a neon-lit metropolis where mysterious and deadly anomalies known as Hollows have engulfed the city, leading to chaos and the collapse of society. Amidst this calamity, powerful organizations and factions vie for control, each seeking to harness the secrets of the Hollows and the devastating power they hold. At its core, Zenless Zone Zero is a fast-paced action RPG, featuring a blend of real-time combat, exploration, and character-driven storytelling. Players take on the role of a skilled proxy, a hired mercenary tasked with venturing into the perilous Hollows. These Hollows are otherworldly zones filled with dangerous monsters, traps, and ancient technologies, and only the bravest of warriors dare to explore them. The First Descendant is an ambitious third-person action RPG set in a futuristic world where humanity is on the brink of extinction due to an alien invasion. The game is centered around the Descendants, genetically enhanced warriors who are humanity's last hope against the invaders. These heroes possess extraordinary abilities and advanced weapons, making them the key to turning the tide in a war against an overwhelming enemy force. In the First Descendant, players take on the role of one of these Descendants as they embark on a mission to protect Earth from the alien threat. The game features a rich narrative that explores the origins of the Descendants, their creation, and their connection to an ancient power that might be the key to saving humanity. Players will traverse a beautifully crafted world that is a mix of futuristic cities, alien landscapes, and dystopian wastelands, all of which are intricately designed to immerse players in the high-stakes battle for survival. Expeditions, a MudRunner game, is an off-road simulation game that challenges players to navigate rugged, unforgiving landscapes while completing various missions. Set in diverse and harsh environments, the game focuses on the excitement and difficulty of driving powerful vehicles through mud, water, snow, and other natural obstacles. As a part of the MudRunner franchise, it continues the tradition of combining challenging driving mechanics with exploration and adventure. In Expeditions, a MudRunner game, players take control of a variety of off-road vehicles, from large trucks to all-terrain machines, each designed to handle different types of terrain. The game offers an expansive world filled with dense forests, marshes, mountainous terrain, and icy rivers that players must traverse while completing various objectives such as transporting cargo, rescuing stranded vehicles, or mapping out remote locations.
I'm gonna need that jack screw. The drone is up. Checkpoint Beta. Objective reached. And not a bad sunset either.
Tekken 8 is the latest installment in the legendary Tekken franchise, continuing its legacy as one of the most iconic and competitive fighting games in the world. Developed and published by Bandai Namco, the game brings back classic characters while introducing new mechanics and a refined fighting system that promises to take the series to the next level. Set in the ongoing feud between the Mishima family, Tekken 8 delves deeper into the intense rivalry between Kazuya Mishima and his father Heihachi, as well as the struggle for control of the powerful Mishima Zaibatsu. One of the standout features of Tekken 8 is its enhanced graphics powered by the latest technology, providing stunning visuals that showcase the characters, stages, and action with incredible detail. The game is designed to run at high frame rates and resolutions, ensuring fluid and responsive combat that can be appreciated both by casual players and hardcore fighting game enthusiasts. The Finals is an exciting, fast-paced and highly competitive multiplayer first-person shooter developed by Embark Studios. Set in a futuristic world where a televised high-stakes competition is at the center of global entertainment, players compete in intense, large-scale battles in dynamic environments. In the Finals, the goal is not just to eliminate opponents but to survive and outsmart rival teams in chaotic, destructible arenas. The game is set within a unique competitive format where various teams of players fight for victory by capturing objectives, defending key locations, and strategically navigating the ever-changing battlefield. What sets the Finals apart from other shooters is its emphasis on environmental destruction and interactive, reactive surroundings. Players can use advanced technology to alter the battlefield by destroying walls, collapsing structures, or manipulating elements in the environment, allowing for dynamic combat strategies and new ways to gain the upper hand. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is the latest installment in the acclaimed flight simulation series, offering an incredibly realistic and immersive flying experience. Leveraging the power of modern technology, including artificial intelligence and satellite data, this game delivers stunningly detailed graphics, vast landscapes, and an expansive world to explore. Players can pilot a wide variety of aircraft, from small private planes to massive commercial airliners, and fly anywhere in the world, with real-time weather and dynamic day-night cycles adding to the realism. One of the standout features of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is its advanced world-building system, which uses live data from Microsoft's cloud platform to create hyper-realistic environments. The game allows players to soar over real-world locations with remarkable accuracy in terms of terrain, buildings, roads, and landmarks. A Quiet Place. The Road Ahead is a survival horror game set in the terrifying world of A Quiet Place, inspired by the popular film franchise. Set in a post-apocalyptic Earth where deadly creatures hunt by sound, players must navigate a perilous environment while avoiding detection. The game focuses on stealth, resourcefulness, and tension as players must be extremely careful with every move and noise to survive. In the game, players assume the role of a survivor trying to navigate through a world overrun by terrifying alien creatures that hunt based on sound. Set in the aftermath of the original A Quiet Place movie, players must tread carefully, hiding from the creatures and using environmental elements to their advantage. Whether it's staying silent while hiding in tall grass or using distractions to divert the creature's attention, players will need to rely on stealth and smart strategies to avoid being hunted.
I can't.
No More Room in Hell 2 is a cooperative survival horror game set in a bleak post-apocalyptic world overrun by the undead. A sequel to the acclaimed original, this game builds on its predecessor with enhanced visuals, expanded gameplay mechanics, and even more intense challenges. Players band together in teams to survive, scavenge, and escape amidst relentless hordes of zombies while managing limited resources and solving environmental puzzles. The gameplay emphasizes cooperation and strategic planning as players must coordinate to complete objectives and fend off waves of infected. The dynamic AI director ensures that no two playthroughs are the same, with unpredictable zombie behavior and resource placement creating an ever-evolving sense of tension.